A very good afternoon, everyone. I am Mir Jafar Ali, Vice President of Institute of Innovation and Incubation Center, Student Branch ECEL. A hearty welcome, Honorable guest Mr. Prashant Sinha, respected faculty, committee members, head of the departments, and all the participants who are part of this webinar on behalf of Nawab Shah Alam Khan College of Engineering and Technology. It's a great pleasure to welcome such a noble personality as our chief guest in the webinar. So, on the behalf of one and all present here, let me please extend a welcome to you, sir. Mr. Prashant Sinha is in charge and manager of Technology Business Incubator with Pilani Hyderabad campus. Secretary to the Board of Governors responsible for the efficient administration of a company. Entrusted to coordinate and create a sustainable startup ecosystem within the institute and in the region. If I talk about his education, the journey started in the year 1989. Has done his schooling from St. Paul's School, Begusarai in the year 1998. Sir have done BSc, that is Bachelor of Science from MS Ramaya Degree College in the year 2004 and successfully completed MTech from Dr. D.Y. Patil University in the year 2006. And yes, respected sir has also done certificate course like Intellectual Property Rights from the Indian Institute of Science in the year 2008. Let's put some limelight on achievements. TBI BITS Pilani Hyderabad campus ranked 11th by Entrepreneur Magazine's second annual 100 billion startup incubators ranking, and also ranked 9th by Biospectrum magazine in a bio incubator survey. Before talking about sir's experience, I would love to share a quote. The only source of knowledge is experience. Mr. Prashant Sinha, respected sir, has more than a decade of experience in various capacities in the domains of business development, knowledge management, entrepreneurship development, IPR, that is intellectual property rights management, startups, and technology transfer. At last, I would like to thank the committee of IIIC for choosing me to introduce such a noble and experienced personality. Thank you.
Yeah, I've came to know many things about the respective sir. Such a wonderful introduction on Mir Jafar Ali. Thank you for that. Now the moment I have came, I respect Mr. Prashant Sinha to take up the responsibility of the webinar and proceed with the valuable guidance for our participants.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you, the director and the committee members and all the students here at Mir Jafar Ali College. So very enlightened by the introduction given by, I also forgot some of the things what Jafar said right now. So, well, that's a recall and it suits me actually because there's such kind of introduction is, thank you so much for the intro you have made and the flow how you got into.
Thank you.
I feel a bit pampered here by such an introduction and thank you so much, Zafar. And thank you to the director and everybody, every committee members and all the chairmen of the college and everybody, every participants to come and hear. And so what I was told to talk about innovation. Yes. So I believe there would be a session or should I go on speaking? So any question?
Yeah, sir, you can go on speaking, sir.
Sir, Mr. Prashant Sinha, actually our session will be 40 minutes. You can talk or you can give a presentation using PPT. And last 10 to 15 minutes, we used to have question answer session.
Sure. So that would be fine. So I believe everybody in this podium, it's like this online session, would be aware what innovation is. So innovation is something which is incremental in nature. So first, I will like to show just a glimpse of what innovation policy came into focus in Telangana in 2016. So we are based in Telangana, so I thought this photo should be. I'll not go into the details of that. You can go Google it and open this policy and see it. So meanwhile, there is a small presentation from my side. I hope this presentation would be useful for you guys. Okay, so innovation management. So it's simple management. When your director called me and asked me to speak, I told that innovation management would be one thing. But as you know that I'm heading an incubation center at BITS Pilani. So my career has been more into this incubation space, talking to startups, doing technology transfer, IPR management. So these are some of the aspects which I have, as Jafar said earlier. So I believe this innovation word is very important in today's world. Means like anything, means like if you see the definition what our Honorable Prime Minister way back in 2016 gave about startup is something innovative in not just the thought. It should be not in the idea stage, but it should be in the product, process and services, anything. So when you talk about an organization or a business entity, so there are three things which is primarily most important is the product, service and the process, how it goes. So I'll be talking on that, how this management happens. So there are some of the quotes by Biggies and all that it's very crucial to have a innovative mindset. So in this stage, if I say, talk about some of the companies like Apple is one company, or whatever company you choose to talk about, Google, Microsoft, and some big names. Why they are so big? Because when you run through their journey, when what Bill Gates did, and some of the personalities here, like our Mahatma Gandhi, in one of the talks I told how he was innovative, because most of the war and independence have been won through war. He was the one, he gave us a important thing, ahimsa paramo dharma, means like non-violence towards it. So that was an innovative change in the terms of the process by which we had this independence in India. But still again, Warner sir here, and we have our great scientists, and one of which I adore, Mr. Abdul Kalam, Honorable our ex-president of India, and a great thought leader. So unfortunately, he's not around us, but these were the people who talked about innovation right from the beginning, and they make big name out of them. They some of the people earned a lot of money out of it, and money, finance and things are very important for me. So it's very competitive world. So competition therein, when I say it's a very competitive world, it actually is in every aspect of life. Competition, when you enter the school, there is a bit of competition. Well, I don't believe in that kind of competition, but when you come up in a professional environment, when you come into an organization structure, there is always a competition. And if you are very innovative with your thoughts, then you will surely succeed. So again, the next line, which is itself says innovation is very complicated attempt, and it is for sure. It's very uncertain. There is a diverse economic, social factor, complex related. So there would be many complexity involved into it. It can be social, it can be economic, it can be technology, it can be anything related. The outcome is to predict is quite impossible. When I started my journey in this incubation space, so till date I have screened a lot of startup ideas, I have learned about it, read a lot of things about it, Google again, many things which comes into market. It's like if Microsoft comes up with something, so I tend to learn about it, read about it. I'm not a technocrat. I'm a technocrat, but I'm not a technology guy. I cannot devise algorithms and all, but I can understand the algorithms, what would be the application and things like that, and which is important for my professional career and what my profession requires. So it's very uncertain to understand the predict somebody comes and predict that this would there can be some amount of prediction and some type of state wherein I can say, or anybody can say that okay fine, this is one important aspect, and okay fine, this can be one important thing. So idea is always there. Means like as an incubation center also, and most of them are talking right now when we have this border issues and this pandemic is happening, to create a very innovative ecosystem. So there has been technology like deep tech technologies, right from the rural technologies, anything. Means like this idea is to create, and it should directly or indirectly improve and facilitate masses. Well, when we talk about, because we are speaking on this innovation management actually talks about that there has to be something which has to relate to masses. You need to have customers, you need to have people who are facing problem and they want to adapt to this thing. So this is all the idea is, what idea I'll be capturing in next few slides of mine. So again, it's capture value, improvise on that, create a value proposition out of it. So what happens is generally when you come across a problem, every time I give this example, so somebody designed a cup. I don't know when it was designed. Somebody conceptualized that this can be used for drinking water. After that, tea, hot beverages were used. I don't know if that guy who devised this cup devised a handle attached to it or not. I'm not pretty sure about it, but somebody devised a handle that you can hold it properly for using to drink hot beverages. Somebody would have used that innovation in this today's world. If it was a very important and a very destructive innovation, anybody would have taken a proprietor on, become a proprietary knowledge to somebody, he would be a billionaire by now. So in every household, you will find a cup. So that's a very layman example of what innovation is and how this wheel was designed and things like that, how fire came into existence. There was serendipity involved into it. When we talk about the antibiotic, which we get generally, means like a flu or anything, you eat antibiotic. So it was a serendipity, but it was a very important innovation. Nobody thought that can be, earlier we had a lot of mortality. Just you have an infection and people used to die. But now after antibiotic coming into market, so the mortality rate has increased, and it's like, so that's how this innovation come into picture. And people right from the beginning, human intelligence have been using this kind of opportunity, defining a problem. Sometimes they define a problem wherein sometimes they define a problem. I might not know when we are talking to each other right now, there would be some problem existing which I'm not aware of it. But some people, some of your engineers, I believe you're an engineering college. So some of your engineers can come in and pitch in, okay, fine, this was the problem which was there during the interaction, and I have a solution for it. So that is also innovation. You might know, it's not like it's a very holistic perspective, and everybody day-to-day life faces a lot of problem. And so these are some of the points. I'll not read through this point. I believe everybody sees my slides are visible, so you can read through. So developing countries should focus on adapting. So now we are, I cannot say that India is a developing country, but to some extent we are a developed country. So, but instead, when we were developing countries, so we have to adapt, learn, and disseminate of newer technologies. Like we will talk about this per capita innovation consumption in India. It's very less. We'll talk about this mobile technology. Earlier, 5 years, 10 years down the line, what kind of mobile was available, how many people were, how many users were there. Now, what's the user? Because we have been adapting to technologies. So this adoption of technology like Zoom, again, the pandemic when it happens, earlier, I seldom used this telecom because we in our on campus, and your director would be aware of it, we have a telepresence room through which we can connect to all the campuses to any meeting and all. So we used to sometimes use because we cannot travel or something of that sort, but that was sometimes has become daily course of our routine when we are using this online platform to interact with each other. So we have adapted to that situation, and we had that kind of technology available. So we have done. So an innovative ecosystem is always there, but it has to be sustainable. Sustainable in the sense, in terms of effort which has gone, in terms of finance which has gone, everything should be sustainable. If that, see, I don't know how many are biological students, but people talk about homeostasis. It's like if you are in the lower minimum energy state, that sustainability should happen. It should not get stressed out of finance. It cannot be stressed out of effort. It cannot be stressed due to technology. So sustainability is very important for this purpose. So what is innovation? Innovation is simple incremental change. I talked about the tea cup which was designed. So that's an incremental change. So it can be radical. It can be it can be a very radical innovation, which is very new, which was not earlier existing, but it can be smaller bits and pieces, which is there. There is always a business model attached to it. There is a process flow, how it happens. There is a policy intervention, how it happens. There is a intellectual property, which is we call as patent, trademark, copyrights, and all, which is important. So this is how this innovation management happens. So which is our topic. So innovation, again, other perspective is a new product process, opening a new market, a new way of organizing a business. There was earlier a business. Yesterday we had a conversation with one of the associate director from Ministry of MSME. So he was talking about SME, small and medium enterprises, and we were talking, and he was talking about the different schemes. So some of the SMEs are now reorganizing themselves and becoming a startup, because the innovation element is lagging in the traditional business of how it is happening. Now I will talk about the Education Institute again. So I'm an advisor to one of the companies who are into artificial intelligence, and they are trying to reorganize this skill development things which is happening, and to adapt to itself. New education policy has come, how this new education policy can be how this artificial intelligence and other technologies can intervene and have a better, so it can be a new source of supply also. Like I'll give you an example again. We have the right example right now. Earlier what was happening is we have due to this border issues, see, we talk about this China issue. So China, wherein lot of things have now been banned to be imported in India. So Shenzhen is a place where a lot of API, active pharmaceutical ingredients which was used to make drugs and all, which it has a huge scope there. It's like we used to import from there. But now what has happened that some aspects of it has been banned. Now there is a plethora of opportunity for startups and industrialists, financiers, venture capitalists, banks, who come together and create a new source of supply here in India itself. So that's also, I'll count it as an innovation thing. So innovation management, again, there is a set of tools which is required to manage an innovation. So intellectual property is one aspect, incubation centers are other aspects, and that set of tool becomes an innovation. So what I believe is I am part of a startup ecosystem. I'm a very small part, a minute part of what startup ecosystem is. And I am one of the tools through which this innovation management is happening. And this is a very small niche, it's like I bring it to that ecosystem. So that's how. So innovation management, again, when you are in an organization, there are always an internal opportunity which arises and an external. I'll give you an example. Sometimes back, some of the big companies like Samsung, Infosys, Airbus, Google, Microsoft, whatever, you name the company, big companies, and they have been approaching this startup ecosystem that we need some kind of good, they have their set of customers, they have their set of business which is going on, how better we can cater through this new innovation things that can have. So that is the external opportunity which they are grabbing and trying to open a market for it. And internally also, when you are working in a management setup and in a corporate or a startup setup, so internally also when you are working on some of the technologies, there would be a lot of again internal things which will come up, that this, okay, fine, this is the problem we are facing, how we have to mitigate this, and likewise. So that's how this whole innovation management happens. So dimension of innovation, again, it's several, as I earlier said. It can be product, process, service, industry, anything. It can be incremental or radical, means it can be a very small change, and it can be a very radical, which was not. It can be a continuous to discontinuous. It can be some innovation have, and I'll just add up a point here, that the shelf life of technology has immensely decreased. So I can second that thought, and you will also second my point on that. When we talk about the mobiles in market, every month you get a new mobile with new features, new technologies incorporated. The shelf life has decreased a lot. So how if you are not managing your innovation proposition properly, so it's very short very shortly your innovation will be out of market. There would be a better technology which will come up. So it has been very continuous, and too discontinuous is something. I know some of the startups who received millions of dollars of fund, and now they have closed their doors, gone, because they did not manage their problem. So innovation management is a very important proposition to be made, and it should be understood by everybody. It should be understand. I'm a startup guy. I will generally quote what startup is, but as an individual also, if you don't develop your skills, your thought process, you're out of market, you're jobless. So this every time you have to be very concentrated about means like you should be very aware about what things are happening and things like that, and we are there to help you. And thank you to your institute who gave me an opportunity to tell my perspective, that how you can grow as a professional and how you can grow. Because generally when I talk about innovation, then people will say, "Are yaar, kya, what innovation management?" It would be when we start working. It's not like that. It's there and there, everyday life, you do how you do. I'll give you a small example. When you lift a very heavy object, this example I generally give in a physical sessions when interact with you. So if you don't fold your knees and you try to lift the fulcrum of that lift and the point of gravity comes to your back, and you will have a back problem. So you have to innovate yourself to pick that properly, that you can lift that also, and you don't have any issue on that. So that's something which I would like to tell. So it's not like just the startup. You should be innovative in your ways, how you daily commute, how you daily do all your jobs and everything for that sort. Okay. So drivers of innovation, why innovation is necessary, what drives this? Financial pressures are there. Like if you talk about some of your parents would be an entrepreneur or doing some business. You might have some of your parents would be from a startup background also. Some of you would be the traditional business type. So if you go and ask them that why they were selling something, because every entrepreneur try to sell something, and why they have stopped that, because that because we have attached an innovation element to it. So they are doing well. So that's how it's showing that your internet connection is unstable. So are you able to hear me?
Yeah, we can hear we can hear you.
Okay, thank you. So that's there. So increasing efficiency, that's increased competition again. There would be, earlier there was only one mobile phone, Nokia, Siemens, if you recall. Motorola was the company. Now you don't know Motorola where it has gone. You have MI, Oppo and everything, and now it's Make in India. So Make in India products will again gain traction, and people, I request people that be vocal to your local products, and that would be an important aspect to make our economy sustainable. Short products life cycle, again I said the shelf life has decreased a lot. Strict regulations, earlier what regulations were there, that has been strict. There are, in terms of drug market, if you see that a lot of drug which is sold over the counter, OTS drugs, OTT drugs, they it's like they have to be regulated. And so industry, community need for sustainable development, increased demand of accountability. So these are some of the points which drives the innovation. Why the idea of me joining today and talk to you was to drive this thing further and to appraise your student. There is one opportunity like entrepreneurship which exists. It's not that you do engineering or you complete your education. There is only one scope, that you need to fetch a hefty job. You can be an employee, you can be an employer. So that is a driver of innovation that drive me to come here and speak about, and that's how we gained importance in this whole startup ecosystem. So that's changing economy is again, we are a globalized economy. 1992, it was globalized, and now it's a globalized, something which will happen in Europe, something which will happen in Africa will directly impact us. So that will also require some innovation. Great availability of potential technology and useful. So that's there. There are many technologies in market. It has a great potential. So you have to be very innovative. Like when we say that, e-commerce again means like we will talk about this geo and e-commerce, geo mart, which has come into. I know means like a pretty good number of startups, like 50, 100 startups who have interacted directly, indirectly with me. I have been expert committee members for many forums. So I have listened, heard them, informally talked to many startups, wherein we talk about how this technology and innovation, if there is something like today, you might know Amazon, Myntra, and Flipkart, or 2 or 4, which you generally use it for e-commerce. If somebody comes to me and says, sir, I want to, generally people will say, there is already a lot of players and they have there, but there is always a scope wherein you can come in and you can do better. You can come in with a newer technologies. I was there part of one of the deliberations in Delhi. It was organized by CNBC. So in that deliberation, I don't remember the company name, but CEO of a company, it's a very big e-commerce company, was talking about artificial intelligence, how artificial intelligence they have incorporated. It's 3 years back, and it was very new and a very new concept. That e-commerce company was not really doing well, but now they are sustainable because they changed their scope, they changed their technologies, and now they are sustainable now. So that's how things work. So new condition again means like when I gave you an example that big companies have approached us and small company approach. People come to me, like if you join my incubation center, there is an incubation program running on a center. If I certify you that you are an incubating company with me and you are a startup company, you get $3,000 Google Cloud credit free of cost. $1,000 Amazon credit free of cost. You have to choose between one of them. Generally, people go with Amazon. I don't know why. I don't know. I'm not a technical guy, but we give this two opportunities and people. So there has been increasing demand from the large corporates, still small. Means like if a small company comes that, oh, okay, fine, we want to join. Means we want to cater to Google. We want to use something from them. Google comes to us, or some XYZ company comes. It's not like Google. Google again, it's a very famous brand, so I will generally talk about it. So Google will come to us, okay, fine. If there is a proposition to be made, we can make it to them, and they will formulate it to a corporate or a bigger company, and they will offer it to their customers. So there has been an increase. So now when we talk about after 2016, January 2016, our Honorable Prime Minister announced the Startup and Stand Up India. There has been a very symbiotic relationship which has developed between big corporates and small startup companies. It's not like just a startup. It has become like an individual with a very great knowledge. It's not like a startup because I'm an incubation guy. Generally, I'll term it as a startup. But the research work which is going on in the institution, academia, and the research institute, in the individual capacity a professor has been doing, the symbiotic relation has increased, and there has been a change in what earlier the corporate used to think an academia. There is still a gap wherein there is a very huge gap in academia thinking, which is getting, they are trying to overcome it, but it will take some time, but it will gradually happen. So new condition again, I'm talking about the large firms which are dependent on small firms. So new development in innovation rise and new issues are, means like how great emphasis are giving on scientific discoveries, particularly in IT and biosciences. IT is, everybody wants to become an IT engineer. I generally tell people that you should stick to basic engineering degrees like civil, electrical, and these all things. But I circumvent my comment doing that when I promote artificial intelligence and other deep tech technologies on forums. So well, that has been increased, and means it has to be, means like when I say well-designed portfolios and research projects, if at all you are having some idea and you're working on a research project or a startup idea, if you don't well design it, how you have to execute it, you cannot do. University as a active drivers of innovation, anyways, university, academic institution, R&D institutions plays a very important role in terms of the manpower they give, in terms of the skill resources they give, in terms of research activity they can carry out in their center, and their university industry partnership has been there. I'm sure your institute, BITS Pilani, has a lot of research, academia partnerships and all. Your institute would also be having that kind of stuff. Increase in search for radical innovation and growth. There are a set of people who are, on the lookout of, just give me a second.
Also.
So that's there. It's like they are in the lookout for new radical innovation has to come into market. And I also believe that we should create, unicorns. And unicorns are people who have achieved well in their, in terms of finance, what they have received in many other things. So we'll not discuss that things, that who will become or not become, who will become Bill Gates or who will become. Generally, I say that this inspiring people, you have to learn from them, but learning, we cannot copy all their actions. Like once one startup came to me and we were having a discussion. Without even asking me, he said, "Sir, I am a college dropout." What that means with our conversation right now. So then I realized, okay, fine, he's trying to quote that earlier somebody has done it. So I am also a dropout right now. That I will exclaim that, but that was not. It was a deceiving point. Why did you leave? You are a failure guy. So I kicked out that startup from my office. But no. That's nothing good you have done. Yeah, you might have thought, okay, you give me a good explanation of why you dropped out of the college. He said, no, I had to give some time to the innovation. I know many students in our campus who, with their studies, they did a very good project work and they have become a startup. One of our students got $1.5 million sometimes back. 2-3 years when we were talking about my ranking in Entrepreneurship magazine. So that was one good thing which happened to us, and we were named. Earlier we were not ranked properly, but so that has happened. It's like so that things have happened. So that's there. Means like you go. Means like if some of the people behind me inspires you in some way. So you cannot just copy all their actions and what they say on big platforms and things. There is always a time when you can exclaim that okay, fine, I did like this. I was a dropout, and due to the dropout, I became such big, and I became so that time that Himalayan philosophy works. And if you don't have anything in you and you start giving philosophy to others, like what I'm doing right now, so that philosophy doesn't work. Okay, I'm just trying to be a teacher to you. I don't know how successful I'll be, but anyways, so that philosophy works when you have achieved something. A teacher, a qualified teacher in your college who has achieved something, he has done a bit amount of research work, he's qualified to tell something. If you are not qualified, you tell all, you say, okay, fine, Bill Gates was this, I'm this. That's again a cool, inverted commas, what the cool generation is. Actually, I'm not aware of that, the coolness, how it happens in startups, but I am aware that innovation happens in startups. Okay, so please be very concentrate yourself towards study, learn things, and then you implement. If you don't learn things, you don't implement. There is always a scope that you don't know a particular thing. Like if you start an IT company, you might not be good in Python or some of the technologies. You can hire somebody, take help from somebody. That networking happens. But I believe that people who are entrepreneurs should be master of jack of all things. Master of some individual traits, that is very important. Leadership is one of them. So then they will be successful. They will be able to understand. If I don't understand, I don't have that leadership quality, I don't know how well my portfolio has been designed, I hire somebody and he will make me bewakoof and he'll go on. He can cheat me. So that's how the understanding should happen. Okay, next slide we can do. So again, big companies, why they have become leaders, you have to think about it. Anything, when I have written some of General Electric, DuPont, Procter and Gamble, Visa, Linux, Microsoft, Google, why they have become, because there was a very useful message they have given to the world is innovation management. They have managed their innovation so properly. They were very vigilant on what are the aspects. Still date, Microsoft is the leader operating system. Most of the desktop and personal shares the majority of the. There have been piracy which has been going on, but still they are the leaders. I don't know how this piracy can be circumvented. This is another area which can be explored by your students, and that can be obviously you can talk to many companies and software companies how you can stop this piracy thing. Okay, the policy interventions are always there, but that has not stopped people from using piracy. It's also a personal perspective always. So again, when I told in my first, some of my paragraph earlier, my talk paragraphs earlier, innovation is hard because solving problem people didn't know they had and building something no one needs looks identical. When you have an idea, first thing you will go and share it with your friends, right?
Sir.
So that's you go and share it to your friend. बोलेगा अरे यार ये क्या है? What's there? Very informal. अबे ये तो नहीं चलता है. ये that's अरे नहीं यार. So that's how people will not realize this existence. So where you have to go? You have to go to somebody who knows about it. If you are talking about artificial intelligence and something, so you should go to some person. तुम्हारा जो fellow mate होगा, and I think so you are comfortable. You guys are comfortable in Hindi also.
Yeah, sir.
Hindi, English. Okay.
Yeah.
Mostly I'll be on the English side, but just to have a feel of student interaction, I'm very informal with students. I have an open door policy in my cabin. Any student can barge in and come in and talk to me about startup and innovations. So that's always a very coolness, and people will say when you will go to your father or mother, so Papa, I have thought of some of the technologies which would be important. अरे यार तू अपने पढ़ाई पे ध्यान दे, क्यों कर रहा है, तू अपना अच्छे जॉब ला, देख उनका बेटा ने क्या किया. So but people will tend to know. Some people will recognize, अरे wow, this is an idea where this incubation center plays a very good role. Because this wouldn't be taught in your academics. This is a problem existing. You will be taught that what C++, Python is there. If you have a CAD engineering, what Arduino, and these all things, that basic education you get out of it. But problem solving things happens when you do a dissertation project or something of that sort. So people will not realize, even when you develop a product and you go to your customer, when you might be aware of one show on Discovery or somewhere, it happens, Shark Tank. If you don't know, you go and go to Google and talk. Shark Tank is one of the shows, and see there would be people coming in, and with some of the technologies, if you listen there, you will say, "Arey yaar, what is this technology? Mujhe to nahi laga they are solving any problem." There can be perspective. I'll give you my live example. I will not name anybody or something, but that's the experience I hold. And this is my perspective towards innovation management, and somehow my perception has realized upon me, and internally I believe that I have done well. I am very satisfied, not very satisfied, but a bit satisfied that what I have been doing. That one of the technologies which is incubated with us, was given to a venture capital firm. That venture capital firm said, no, we don't want to firm. So they got some money from another venture capital firm. So the firm which denied that this innovation doesn't need. So we had a meeting, a very high level meeting was conducted. I was part of it. And when I was presenting myself that what we were doing, so when I showed that startup, he said, "Arey, this startup came to us, we denied them money." But I did not comment that time. But the next two slides, after two slides, I came with that slide wherein it was there, and there I commented that see, it generally depends on the perspective of people who are involved into it. It might be that wherever you are standing right now, sitting somewhere, discussing with somebody, if you are discussing with me for that matter, I will have my area of thinking, array, this would be better. I should work in this direction. I have been, like when you talked about my profile and all, so I have seen a lot of people in this ecosystem, not to name them, everybody has been doing well, but I see when people go to see and say that I have artificial intelligence idea, immediately they will say, okay, fine, sit, we'll talk about. But somebody from rural India who comes to them and say कि अरे sir मेरे पास ये problem है, मैंने इसको ऐसे करके solve किया in their local language. One of the guys, somebody gave him my reference from somewhere, and he reached out to me. He didn't know Hindi or English. I didn't know Telugu, so I called one of my security guard to just have a conversation with him. So when I started my career, I started working with individuals having technologies and started with rural technologies which were there. So my scope is wider. I don't believe that only this deep tech can revolutionize things. There is a rural part of India, and there are individuals who are not an engineer but in an individual capacity, they can always do. You have seen that movie, Three Idiots.
Yeah,
Everyone might have seen. So that's one thing which I'll say. So there is a very holistic development. Where our Prime Minister recently said that vocal is one idea, and that's Atmanirbhar Bharat. China 20 years back became Atmanirbhar. They started developing everything. We are 20 years late, 20, 30 years late. Now we have to self-reliant India, we have to create. And that can be through you guys, me, your professors, your directors, your chairmen, who have to make it self-reliant. Unless you make it self-reliant, no ways, you cannot rise. So that's one thing I would like to tell. So again, tools of protecting innovation. There has been copycats and all. You come and tell me an idea, I can copy your idea. I can now copy your technology. You might not have a resource of doing that. I have all the resources. I have the human capital in BITS Pilani. I have instruments. I have access to instruments with 20, 30 crores, 50 crores of instruments. Not even 100 crores of instruments is there in BITS Pilani, which I can utilize and copy it. But what intervenes? It's tools of protection for innovation. This is very important for any startup to understand. We are having a series of lectures which through GAPFest, I have shared one of the links. Facebook live sessions are happening. So if you go and see TBI BITS Pilani Hyderabad campus, so there would be a lot of videos which are there which would talk about this innovation. I'll not go into the details of it, but some part I will touch. So what are the tools? I have an innovation. How do I protect it in the market? This is what I got it from Google. So right from patents to design registration to trademark, trade secret, copyrights, geographical indication. Geographical indication is Hyderabadi biryani, Hyderabadi. So Hyderabadi word is important. Halim, Hyderabadi Halim. Halim is what we recognize due to Hyderabad, this geographical indication. Basmati rice and many other things. That sari, Kanjivaram silk, XYZ. You people might know, like I belong from Bihar, there is Madhubani paintings. It's very important. It's one of the train was painted by Madhubani painting. So that has been Banarsi silk. So these are things, Jaipuri, something is there, or some other things, and many other things, khakda, Gujarati khakda. So that's how this geographical indication works. So these are few of the tools through which you can protect your innovation. Okay. So what is a patent? Again, patent is a federal right. A government of India gives you the right that this is innovation belongs to you. It is geographically, means in Indian geography, Indian government will give US government. So there are consortium. There is one consortium which is Patent Cooperation Treaty, which has been signed. So more than I don't know how many countries are there. I cannot tell you right now, but there are almost all the countries in the world are involved into it. So everywhere you have to go and take a patent in their respective there. So there is a PCT application, you sign, you fill one form. Earlier you have to go India, another form, Japan, another form, here, there, AY, BCD, a lot of forms. But through one form, you can just tick. Cost would be there for everything, but reduced cost is there, and you can file a patent and you become a proprietor and you become the owner of the technology. That's through patents. What can be patented, we can take in some other sessions, because again, it would be very elaborate and you will have a lot of questions on that. But these are some of the points you can say. So there is a useful thing. What can be patented, it should be useful first. It should be novel and unobvious. But if you tell me something which is, it's not patentable. So it should be useful, novel, and unobvious. That's one thing. And what can be patented and all, not patented is these all things. Please read through it, because again, if I start taking it, it will take another hour to explain you guys. I can move on to the another slide. Somebody can confirm me?
Yes, sir. Sure, you can move it.
So copyright is again, that's again to copyright book, articles, computer program. Copyrights in some manner, you don't have to go and register. Registration is theek hai. You can write that mark is there, na? You see copyright on the right hand side.
Yeah, sir.
And you can do it, but if at all there is there was a problem between Samsung and Apple sometimes back, if you recall. It was in news that some algorithm copyright issues and some litigation was going on, and that was a copyright issue that time, and billions of dollars was involved into it. And I think so Samsung won it. I don't recall it right. So Samsung won that deal, and they have to pay. It means like some have to pay to it. If I have the legal right, I am legally authorized to use this. So if you circumvent, you copy my idea, I can sue you in court. And now what has happened after this startup, Stand Up India, earlier in India, there was, we are still to grow to an extent for this intellectual property rights, but now the framework is more conducive, and this environment has been created. Every locality, it's like every small court, high court has this session courts have this mandate of fighting this litigations and all. So I don't know much detail into it, but as per my information, I have given you that. So trademark again, trademark is for title, acronyms, logo design. You design a logo like Rolls-Royce, Apple. Apple again, when I told it should be useful, non-obvious thing. Apple is a fruit, but it has been used for technology for mobile phones. It's obvious. Nobody uses this. Okay. So that's how this trademark happens. Geographical indication again, Darjeeling tea, Bikaneri bhujia, Feni liquor, Goa. It's very important. That's how they recognize it. Kolhapuri chappal, Lonavala chikki. Somebody might. So these are some of the items which has been geographically indication, and generally a group of people. When like if I am an artisan. I am a silk manufacturer. I have a consortium. Individuals cannot apply for geographical indication. There has to be a self-help group. There has to be a consortium of people who are involved into such kind of business, and then they can say. Like we talk about Darjeeling tea. The Darjeeling tea will be an association there somewhere who have applied for it. Basmati right was from Basmati region and all. Nagpur oranges, Nagpur, a lot of people are Kanchipuram silk saris, Banarsi silk saris and all. So it's a consortium of people who takes this. So generally people, means like innovation space, we don't talk about it, but it is also an important part. If in your community somewhere where you belong to and something is happening, and that is identified by the place, I will request you guys, why don't you help that community to come up and take a geographical indication that will make us very sustainable business for them. It will help that community, because generally I see it's like I was working in IIT BHU earlier. I was again a manager there in IIT BHU. So there I used to see a lot of artisans suffering from very laborers and all. We have a very good knowledge, but they were paid very miserly and they have a very bad things going on. So somebody help them to go. So this would be an important aspect. When they get recognized by the government, and the government will try and help, and many other agencies will try and help them in such scenarios. Entrepreneurs, entrepreneurship, again, who are entrepreneurs? Anybody? I can see Zaheen Khan, Zais Khan. Can you give some light, throw light on what entrepreneurs are? Let me tell them my perspective. Entrepreneurs are people who are very vigilant about what innovation is. They are very vigilant and they know how to replicate it and how to move ahead with it. Okay, that's a very simple aim and simple example. So most entrepreneurs are what to do, why to do, and how to do. These are basic questions they know better than what we know as an individual. So that's how what entrepreneurship is. I'll not read through. You please read through it. Can I change the slide?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. So startup again, this is a very old slide. Sorry, I couldn't make a new one, but now the definition has changed and newer things have come for the definition. You can go on startupindia.gov.in to have the latest definition for what startup is. Take note of it. So there you will have the definition. Some of the definitions have changed. Earlier it was five years. Now it is 10 years from incorporation date, and several things have changed. So definition of startup, again, it was incorporated 3 years or less, but it is now 10 years. Then 25 crores was earlier. Now no financial year, they should have 100 crore turnover, and many other things have changed. So definition, you can go and check on the website. Startup India Action Plan, there was a lot of funds have come and things like that. I have not updated this slide, but these are things which there are a lot of tax rebates and things like that. Please don't read through this. We'll have, so how the startup journey happens. Again, you have an idea if you are a hardware startup, if you are a software startup, so there should be a prototype involved into it. So now prototype, then a small, very crude prototype can be there. Okay. Outsider perspective, a sampling should be done, because generally what happens when idea is there, people sitting in this part of world may think that this is a very innovative idea and we are the first movers for this idea, but there's some part of world it should be. So you should take a outsider perspective always. You never know who would let you know, because I think so more than 5,000 people I have met whom I have told, no, sir, you are not the first mover. Somebody else was the first mover and they are already doing it. Some of them challenged me. I told, okay, fine, I take this challenge, and we started Googling on that. Yeah, how well we can talk. So that perspective, I gave it to them and they are now happier guys. Some of them I deceived, yeah, don't do it. This is not important. You go and take a placement for you. You're not an entrepreneur. So I'm very blunt in telling that, and I don't know if they were happy about it, but now if they, wherever they are, they would be very happy that I took a very good decision that time. Then you have to create a functional prototype. Then customer acquisition is there. If you don't have customer, then what startup you are. Monetizing on strategies, how you want to scale the product and solution, create a pitch, finding of the money, where you have to, when to some extent, some of you would be from a very strong family background, you have a lot of money, your father can spend money on that, and but there would be a stage wherein you require money, and whatever business it may be, if you have money, even if you are Ambani, you will go to a financial institution too. But In startup case, it's not just the financial institution debt ridden, but there are venture capitalists, angels who invest in your money. There are investors who, so they will not ask, like you go to a bank, they will ask for a mortgage. So mortgage, what you have to mortgage your plant and machinery, you have to mortgage your land, you have to mortgage your house and XYZ. But venture capitalists and angels, angels generally don't charge much, but venture capitalists, they will say, okay, fine, you have a very good proposition to make. I will take 10% stake in your company and I'll give you 5 crores of rupee or X 1 rupee for that matter. So that's how redefining your project. I generally tell it to every startup. You might have started with a pitch or an idea which have 10 bullet points. Every stage that bullet points can be modified. 3 can be dropped, 3 can be added, 4 can be added, 5 can be added, XYZ. That depends on the perspective and the strategy you go in, what kind of things. So that redefining of your product, process and services would always be there, and that you have to adapt. If you don't adapt, you are out of market. And every stage that we are talking from number 1 idea till business and revenue generation, every stage, if you don't follow it properly, you are out at every stage. Sometimes people come to the last stage when they have ample sum of money. Some of the businesses who received hundreds and crores of dollars, 100 crores of rupee, now they have failed. They have closed there and they have ran away. Some have ran away and some are still there. They said, okay, fine. The investor lost money into it. So it's always, and after this also, after this business and revenue generation also, if you don't do, you thought that in the first year I'll be earning 1 rupee out of it and you want only 10 paisa out of it. So you are out of market. You don't have a sustainable business model and you cannot hit whatever money you will invest in it. It will go, every time you will have 90 paisa loss and you are out of market. So it cannot be like in every stage. It's a very high risk business. What startup is and entrepreneurship is. And the entrepreneurs who becomes an entrepreneurs are the risk takers, not very simple. And there is a graph also, because due to this video streaming, I lost. So this is one curve. I don't know if you're able to see that. So this is one curve, growth, and how the timeline is there and how things happen. So it's there is a steep curve up and down and things happening, how things can happen. So that's there. So it's not like that you are successful when you start revenue generation. You have to sustain that business. That business has to be sustained. The innovation should not get obsolete. You should have paying customers. Now paying customers, this also I tell to most of the startup, you can sell for less now, increase your price later. Or you can have a premium product and reduce your cost simultaneously. So that depends upon how your perspective. Some of the startups who came to me, they said, sir, we are a low cost. Why low cost, brother? Why free? Why should you should give it for free? Today, means after 3 to 4, we were having an interaction with one of our experts in artificial intelligence. So that was one of the questions my fellow colleague asked him, that some startups say that we will give it for free. He said the same thing. Why free? Why this is free? Because you're not sure about your idea, how it should sell. You are not sure about the strategy you have to sell. So there are many things which comes into picture, and that's what I was trying to make a point here. I'm sure that people may have understand it, because in the physical classes, I see their faces and understand if they are interested or not. Here, I'm not able to do it, sir. Okay. So seeking financing options, again, there is means like things investors look, how is the momentum, management team is very important, because anybody will try and understand what the team is. If you're talking about artificial intelligence, do you have a developer for the Python or whatever algorithm you're making? We are talking about blockchain. If people are aware of what things are, how is the team can be direct team, like founders, that can be colleagues of yours, that can be employees of yours, that can be mentors to you, that can be faculty members to you, and there can be many such things. So team is something people would love to see, that if they have the right team, if they are capable of executing it or not. Market size, again, generally people come to me and say, sir, it is a $1 billion market. I like that word, $1 billion market. And till date, I have listened to so many people that becomes, I think so. I have heard somewhere on $1 trillion market also with some of the presentation, which is very vague. I generally say, okay, fine, it has a market size. I also believe, because I run across the, and it is on my perspective as a customer, as a founder, as a investor, as a people with an outer perspective, and then try and understand if that is market. If I become a customer to it, if I'll be able to pay a single rupee for it, that's how my perspective happens. And I generally say it's people are very ambitious in their thought, that they actually confuse on the whole market, very holistic, and they generally tend to confuse on, they don't understand what the segment they are. People say that e-commerce market is $1 trillion market. I agree. Amazon has $1 trillion valuation to it. But when you come as an e-commerce company, so you have a superset, a universal set of $1 trillion, but you have subsets where you have to figure out where you fall in and what you fall in into. I'm clear, I think so. Again, money, any venture capital in this whole world, even your father, your brother, first friends, fool and family invest in your company. They give you because he will waste. He has wasted a lot of money. This will also be got wasted. They are not here to realize your dream, that one fine morning, Prashant Sinha got up. He dreamt that I will become entrepreneur. I will become Bill Gates and I will invest. They need factual returns, 5x, 10x, 100x, 200x. So there are companies who have given 200x returns also. So that's what venture capital and investor looks into. They are not here to relish your dream. They are not your partners, your life mates or something of that sort. There can be partners who have invested. Life partner might have invested in their company. That's there. But the end of the day is not the wasting the money. The end of the day is how good you give the return to them. Okay. So investors are driven by profits. They are no philanthrope. That okay, fine, acha, theek hai, tere paas idea rakh le bhai. That's not the way that runs out. It's not their instinct that founder wants to be. They are not there to relish your dream. You become an entrepreneur. Rather, let the investor is on a bigger perspective. Me as an incubation center is not there to listen to all the traps you bring into me. We are there for a business, that a professionalism exists into it, and that kind of professionalism everybody has to bring.
I think Mr. Prashant, I think we reached to time, almost 5 crossed. If you're wind up early, I think it will be.
But I'll just run through the slide. These are some of the determinants and different financing availability. So again, investment, how negotiation happens, it's just a game, and how valuation will happen and things like that. Quantum of equity, how much equity people can take ownership. Different kind of models were there. Mistakes, what startups do. There are 18 mistakes. I got it from Google. I pasted it. But these are some of the mistakes they do. Technology transfer is another thing which has come into if your organization have a technology or a startup has a technology, you transfer it to somebody who can do it properly. So that is one aspect people should. Bridging a gap is always there, and how this bridging can happen to R&D institution, academia, and things like that. So this is what think big, think fast, think ahead. Idea is no one's monopoly. जिसने act किया है, he will win the race. No act नहीं करें, बैठे हैं, you are sitting in a cocoon, you are not discussing, nothing can happen. Go home, sit, sleep properly, खाना खाओ, बैठ जाओ. But if you think big, think very fast, act upon it, you will surely achieve it. No one can say that was my critical, and conclusion is that our economy has been from the top view. Everybody has been moving. People say that only MNC and bigger companies are there. There is a scope wherein small companies and startups will make a niche and the economy will boost up. And there is just one preposition to be made: innovation. If you innovate, sustainable innovation, you will surely. Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you. I think a very good informative session on this innovation management for startups. I mean, thankful to you, Mr. Prashant Sinha, to accepting our request. Just before going to the question answer session, just I need to add few things here. So actually, whatever the concept in our college, that incubation center. So this actually came from BITS Pilani only, from TBI. So
Okay.
the time when I actually from last 2 3 years, I'm trying to make this because of a
Hmm.
lot of other factors. It was delayed. So recently, in month of January, we started this incubation center. So after that, we planned few activities in our college, but unfortunately, because of lockdown, we're not able to do much things. But definitely now, because we got this platform, so we are doing something on online. So thanks to the TBI. So
So
which,
what I'll give you one more thing that we are open to do services through our incubation center.
yeah,
Uh,
sure,
that
definitely,
we
we'll look
can
forward to
build,
that.
operate, and transfer that incubation center and make it. I cannot assure a sustainability for it because it will not depend upon your man rather than
Sure, sure,
us
sure. Yeah.
talking about. So if you are interested, we can go ahead and talk on that.
Sure, sure. We'll explore it, the possibilities with the collaboration or maybe mutual understanding, whatever things are there. Actually, I'm planning to come to BITS Pilani, but I think BITS Pilani campus is now locked down, right? They're not permitting us. So
No, no,
most
no. We
probably,
are avoiding. You can come
yeah,
to our campus, but this time we say that please avoid because
yeah,
never know what is coming. I'm
yeah,
sitting
yeah.
in my
I know
office
that. I
right
know
now.
that. Yeah, I know that.
I'm sitting in
Because
my office right now because I thought it would be better
maybe
office.
you're staying
We are
in
working
campus,
from.
right? You're staying in
No, no,
campus,
I'm
maybe.
not staying. I'm
You're
staying
coming from
outside.
outside. Okay, okay.
Yeah.
Because the last few weeks back, I contact to your head of the department mechanical to do some kind of experiments. He told that
Mhm.
it is locked down next 1 week. So after that, he told me to come back again. Yesterday, I contacted.
Yes, yes. There have been few cases in our
Yeah,
campus. So I don't know what other departments have been working like that.
yeah,
So there has been few cases, and I think in the mechanical department itself there was one case.
yeah, yeah. I
So
know that.
due to
Yeah,
that, there would be a lockdown. There are many places which they have lockdown due to this thing.
yeah,
So it may be the case. I'm not sure about it because I'm not the right person to comment on that.
yeah. So
But
when
for
this,
TBI, again, TBI mostly remotely we are handling it. Some of the incubating companies who actually needs the infrastructure, like some of the pharmaceutical companies and all, and one or two hardware companies, so they are working. But most of the IT based company are working from home.
yeah, yeah. Okay. Maybe whenever everything is normal, maybe I'll try to come because some my experimental
Sure,
works
sure.
also left out. Some research work has to do in mechanical
Yes,
department. At the
yes.
same time, I'll come to you also. So definitely
Mhm.
we'll see what is possibilities for us for us especially because
Sure, sure.
we are a small grid in front of BITS Pilani. So if
Mhm.
BITS Pilani can help something to us, so definitely we look forward to us as as a institute as well as for our especially for our students. So
Mhm.
we look forward to you to take your help as well as whatever the possible things. So now I
Sure, sir.
request,
Yeah, no, we'll happy. You are part of BITS family. Yeah,
yeah,
earlier.
yeah, yeah.
So we will
Thank,
be happy to. Any questions? I'll love to see take one or two questions
yeah,
possibly
Yes,
if
sir.
time permits.
yeah. Zishan, please 1 or 2 questions you can ask because time is running up.
Yes, sir. For
Zishan,
this, we have Mohammed Faiz for dealing with the queries part, sir.
yeah, Muhammad Faiz, can you can 1 or 2, not much questions because time is not there now.
Yeah.
Okay, sir. Good evening, everyone. I have some questions from Sheikh Masood. Sir, what your opinion of entrepreneurship in this era?
Sir, entrepreneurship is everything for me. It's my bread and butter. So I'll say that it is. I'll have a biased answer for it. I will ask everybody to become an entrepreneur. Still there is a scope. When I was talking earlier in one of the forums wherein I spoke that our incubation center or any incubation center should have this thing that they should promote entrepreneurship, but they should also help startups get that skill people to them also. So that skilling is also one of the sectors I believe that we should have this thing.
Okay, sir. I have next question, sir. What are the rules for student for the startup?
There is no set rules for anybody. There are no rules for entrepreneurship. It is only how you strategize, how you model yourself, and how you go about doing it. Rules and all, no rules, no policy. Policy is only what the legal policies are there. But internally you should have an innovative approach towards it. You should have a sustainable innovation approach towards it. You should have a good leadership quality. That's it. Means like, and you should know about your subject in the problem statement and things like that. It's not like there is a set defined rule. Nobody, even the most successful people in the whole world, cannot define a set of rules for anybody that if you do these things, you will get successful.
Okay, so I have next question. Can you answer?
When we were growing, we used to know that we have to wash our hands regularly. We should brush our teeth. That rules are to have a hygienic lifestyle. But entrepreneurship doesn't have a rule and regulation. It is all your commitment, your belief, and your innovative ideas you get forward.
Faiz, last question you can ask now because time is running out.
This is the final question from the Hussein. As we are talking about the startup, sir, I want to ask, what will be the best suggestion by you for the started in the business of computer science?
See, computer science, again, I told you, I come from a background where I can talk about n number of, it's like IT sector. IT sector has not only relevance in what we are doing today in Hyderabad, being a cosmopolitan city. It has good relevance in one of your nearby village, which is the remotest part of India. I will tell you, there is one of my friend, recently I got in touch with him. He is from jungle area. His like he said that it was a very tough time to go, and he did his MBA from Nalsar. So I was talking to him. I said, why don't you tell me that how good we can intervene in your area and create something for them, because that rural part which has been neglected by administration or somehow because it has been. So there can be a lot of things which I am in touch with some of the Microsoft people and Google people. So fortunately, they are on very high designated people in Microsoft and all, and I am connected to them through some of the social media. So sometimes they posted a photograph when they were roaming around in a rural village in Jharkhand. For that, recently not recently, 1 year back, computer science department organized a talk from Google Mount View. One visitor was there in our campus. So as soon as I also went and thought I should take a perspective on artificial intelligence. He said that the Google in Mount View is working on one of the languages. Santhali is one language which is spoken in Jharkhand, some part of West Bengal and all. It is basically a very tribal language, and now that the dialect is going off. Google in Mount View, US, is working on that technology. And he said that guy was a American descent. He said I would have loved, he asked the first question, anybody knows Santhali? I would love to interact with him. He knew Santhali as a language. I didn't knew, being an Indian, he knew as an American. So that's my submission to you. It's not like IT, computer science works in Hyderabad itself. In your part, you come from a village, I come from a village. Every time think that if I can contribute towards a village in terms of technology. I tried my stint also. I was a founder of a company. I worked in Bihar. When people were telling, no, go to Hyderabad, go to Bangalore and do it. But I have this junoon of doing something for my state and my village. But unfortunately, that time I was a bit immature. Not matured enough to talk to the audience which I was catering. So it's not like computer science. There are very plethora of opportunity, right from the grassroots level. You come from the remotest part of India to the cosmopolitan city. You have many things. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. We appreciate your effort, Faiz, for taking up the query session. Now we have Muhammad Obada for conveying the vote of thanks to the speaker.
I thank the host of this session for giving me the opportunity to express my gratitude on this session. Thank you very much. Honorable Chief Guest, present excellences, teachers, and my dear friends, a very warm and cheerful evening to one and all. Today's webinar, hosted by the members of Innovation Institute and Incubation Cell, Nawab Shah Alam Khan College of Engineering and Technology, was on the topic Innovation Management for Startups. presented by the speaker, our chief guest, Mr. Prashant Sinha. On behalf of Triple Cell Nawab Shah Alam Khan College, I express my heartfelt thanks to our honorable chief guest, Mr. Prashant Sinha. Sir, those informative parts where he gave us the ideas, the great ideas and understandable examples and great examples to innovate our economy was very attractive, and they had us all rounded up, sir. Also, I would like to thank all the respected representatives, members of Triple Cell Nawab Shah Alam Khan College, who have blessed us with their presence. I would like to thank the organizing team, professors, hardworking members of the cell, especially Mr. Khalil Ahmed, sir. Sir, we are really thankful for choosing us to organize this webinar session and helping us presenting this session. I would also like to thank Dr. Syed Mujahid Hussaini for organizing this webinar session, presenting this wonderful session and choosing such a wonderful speaker. Hussaini, sir, without you, the session would not have been possible. Thank you very much once again, sir. Another heartfelt thanks to participating teachers and students. You all have blessed the session with your presence. Before concluding, I would also like to thank my partners, Mr. Zishan, host of the session, and Mr. Mir Jafar Ali, introducer of the speaker, and Mr. Faiz, handling the Q&A session. Finally, I once again thank our today's chief guest, Mr. Prashant Sinha, sir, respected representatives of the cell, and officials of participating organizations and colleges and participating members. Thanks again to one and all for making the session a success. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, sir. And